You are now tuned in to the News You Can Use podcast. I'm your host with the most, Big Surfgod, and today we got C-Raw in the building. C-Raw, say what up to the people.
What's up?
I gotta
Man,
turn you up a little bit. You're a little low.
I'm low. I don't know how I can turn myself up. Yeah, I
You
don't
good?
know.
I can hear you though. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Shit, blessed. Blessed and less stressed.
Yes. So, tell everybody what today's topic is about.
Well, today's topic, I was thinking about when you texted. I'm like, what topic can I know I could talk about and just like fucking just talk about the shit. And it would be, who do you become when you're creating your art? So you could use that as a double entendre. We don't even have to say that it could just be music. You could do it with painting, cooking, whatever is under the category of art, the arts. It can go all which way, but of course, we gonna specifically hit on writing lyrics, writing songs, making beats, choosing beats, um, where you at in your spot, or like all of everything that we can like possibly think of, like when we create it. Not only who do you become, or but just like what setting are you in typically? Do you got a setting that you specifically go to? Does it just come off the top of the dome? So we gonna dive into all of those.
Okay, that's super dope. So, who do you become um when creating?
I become, I think, I feel most people do, but again, just speaking for myself, just all your personalities. I feel like everybody has different personalities. Nobody just has one. You could be mom, you could be a sister, you could be a cousin. Like you got so many shoes you fit into. And 9 times out of 10, you different with each one of those people. Or if you at work, if you at home, if you're parenting, if you ain't got the kids at home, if you don't have the dogs at home, like whatever it is, like everybody has different areas they can tap into. When you mad, you different. When you in peace, you different. You got different modes, different emotions. So then, just like music, when you're writing, okay, what beats, or if I play a beat, okay, this is making me feel this emotion. This is making me feel that. So I try to. I feel like most rappers choose like one person that they either emulate, maybe a handful. Say you got a top five, especially when you just starting out rapping, you going by like your influences. So unfortunately, I was an OVO hoe. I'm an ex OVO hoe. But when I started rapping, like Drake was number two and Eminem was number one. Right now, I don't have no idols. I strongly like artists, but I can't put nobody at the top or a pedestal. Like everybody disappoint me. Everybody disappoint me. So I had to pull everybody down from up there. But my first was Eminem, second was Drake, and I could never rap on Eminem beats, but I lean more to the quote unquote Drakey type beats, or the ones where they combine a lot of the. It's kind of like putting together R&B and rap. You got the singing, rapping, or just melodic in the background while you rapping really heavy. But then I feel like my lyricism in the way that I write, especially now, came from more Eminem. So presenting it in a Drake way, but I'm actually having more substance than what you think is surface level. So then I kind of like put them two together, like the best parts I feel of both of them. But you're gonna hear me say something while I rap. It's not just gonna be at surface level as it probably may come off, or the beat might throw you off, and then you really listen like, oh, you saying some shit. So it's a lot of different ways I can go with creating. At first, it was hitting me in the store. I was walking in the store, grocery shopping, and I could either be listening to music, there was store music on, or I was just in my head and be okay. I thought of what would it sound like if I was rapping over this beat, or um, something just came up in my head and just write it down before it goes, because I can't freestyle for shit. I gotta write it down. What up, D class?
What's poppin'? What's poppin'?
How were you, sir? How was your Monday?
Ah, man, shit. I'm glad to
Mon-
be off.
yeah.
So,
Surf is over there busting
what do
some
you?
shrimp he made and some chowder. He act like he ain't never ate before. Like this man was over here starving. This dude was over
Man, it
here
be
eating.
like that. See, right? You don't know that. Mm-mm-mm.
Man, he was making that shrimp look like Jesus made it. Like
He did. He did.
If you just want to be technical,
Yeah, we
Hmm.
gonna go. We want to go that deep. We want to go
yeah,
that.
you just want to be technical.
Oh,
Yeah.
So, D class, man, the subject is who do you become as an artist?
Who do you become as an artist?
Hmm.
like when you're creating art, who do you become? Like, do you got a personality, a room you go to, a specific mood you got to be in? Like, go as deep as that joke as you just made with the shrimp, and we can go deeper, go deeper.
Man,
Or a character that you create. You know, every song should have a different character. You don't want to be the same character, right?
nah, facts. I mean, me personally, we stay making jokes about D class and Donald and all the other people being in the same room at the same time, and like it'll never happen. Like, I mean, I'm one of them people, man. Like I think too much, so I can definitely give you a bunch of different characters. Really,
Yeah,
I mean, is at the end of the day, like as an artist, man, you gotta kind of know who you are, kind of what you want to do, um, and then just kind of go with it, man. Like you can't be scared to shit, be yourself, man. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's really about. That's what people gravitate to.
yeah,
Right.
and all of yourselves. That's what I was saying earlier. I'm like, everybody got different personalities. So yeah, and not only being yourself again, with again going deeper under the surface, knowing yourself, being yourself. Ooh, just big head. Excuse me, ma'am. Um, so knowing yourself, being yourself, and then being yourself as if you were alone. And when you alone, you talk in your head. You argue with yourself. You have a whole lot of conversations. It might be you and God talking. So I'm like, what does that sound like? You are not the only person in this world thinking or going through the thought process you are, but are you going to be the first to like put it in your music, put it in your beats to like make that connection?
Definitely,
But
because
like most
I'm
artists don't do that.
nah, they don't. Because at the end of the day, like certain stuff don't sell mainstream. So I mean, you gotta kind of look at it. People look at it from like the just wanting to do music or wanting to podcast or whatever. And I mean, it's to the point to where I mean, yeah, like it has to be more behind it. Like it can't just be like you want to do it. Like you gotta kind of,
Often,
right. Like you gotta kind of lock in with it and let it make sense. You know what I'm saying? Because if it's forced, it's gonna show. If you overthink it, it's gonna show. Like they
if you
say,
new at it, it's gonna show.
yeah, it's to the point, man. Like dude said, on the TikTok live I was watching last night, man. When I got off, like he was breaking down the Cardi B, Savage, the Savage that had Cardi B and Megan on it, and then
Mm,
what was the other song he did? One of her other songs, but basically, like he said, the beats only have 6 sounds in it.
mm,
and them top and them top Billboard hits. And it's
yeah,
to the point to where, like, as a producer, people keep coming back and telling you, "Oh, add this, add that, add this." No, like your voice is the instrument that's really missing.
yeah,
Because it's like if I keep
True.
adding, then technically I'm not leaving you no space to be able to create. And
yeah.
then it get to the point to where if I'm doing all of that, then I mean, shit, I might as well just put out the instrumental. You know what I'm saying?
Or
Because
you get the rappers that just barely say a few words and the beat is really carrying it, or they not
right,
saying much, nothing, and it just turns into kind of like a hype song.
correct. So it's like, yeah, man, like it's a lot that kind of goes into it, and everybody wants to the quick bag, but it's like they say, man, it's a long game. There's not no quick little money in it. I mean, because
Yeah.
if it is, you're gonna be the one hit wonders and be on them DVDs and CDs or whatever they might have once everybody start getting older, like the more timeless classic one hit wonder CDs and
Yeah.
shit they used to sell. Like I
Because you
feel
didn't curate your sound. Like I still feel like again, while you can grow from that first mixtape, that first album, all of that, still. But I most of the time, and I feel again feel and assume that most artists like they got mixtapes and stuff they've already practiced and sounds they experimented with to give you the official of when majority mass gets to like see them and notice them. Then it's like they have a sound, but it's more refined, but it of course like everything else is supposed to grow, but you still had that bass sound that you you introduced to yourself to the world in, but you don't give them like the first song that you ever wrote down. The first song I ever wrote down, I mean, it wasn't bad, but like talk about them other in between ones where I was practicing and I was trying to find my voice and my cadence and all of that. All of that is probably either deleted, trashed, backspaced, or let me pick some good lines out of here and then take away the rest. So
who is to say those is bad songs? Like you could have put them out and them could have reached a certain mass.
True.
but I was struggling. I know where mine were because I was struggling between poet and rapping. So I
Mhm.
started out as a poet first. I never thought I could or would rap until somebody gave me a beat and he freestyles very well, and then he started getting his computer stuff set up and he was making beats, and then but he would still do like little challenges and stuff. So somebody sent him that beat and just for fun one night, probably like 2 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock, and he was like, I was like, again, he tried to get him and his girlfriend to freestyle. I'm like, no. And so he was like, okay, well, take this beat, you go sit with it and write. What do poets do? They sit and write. So,
Mhm.
okay, let me give me
Right.
some time to listen to it, whatever. Got in the car, I had a nice shower, I had a nice walk. It was probably 1, 2 o'clock that morning, sitting in the car, and I just played the beat over and over again until I figured out my first line. And then I wrote down that first line and I stopped. Okay, what rhymes with this? How can I make the subject flow into the next one? Just knowing the basics of what I knew as the basics as a poet, and then all of me listening to music. So it was like I got one, not even a verse, maybe a few lines, and then I combined the chorus that he had on his. And I was like, okay. And then ever since then, it was like still going to my poetry shows and events and classes, and it was helping me with my writing while I
Mhm.
was learning about okay, what a actual chorus is, what a actual what a verse looks like, how long it can be, learning the basics of that, but then still inputting okay, what will make me stand out. So I might not give you a technical verse or where the chorus should start. I'll probably start the verse, and then while the verse should be here, I'm gonna probably put the chorus. Now I'm starting to play with it and make it me. And so when you listen to it, oh yeah, you got the typical beat and flow you probably go to it, but I'm gonna try to fuck it up a little bit more. So
As
then
you
just that
should.
slow
Mhm.
build of it.
I mean, and that's kind of the point.
So that's why artist development is so helpful. Let me read a little something. Every serious, passionate artist needs artist development plan. It's not optional without it. You know what I'm saying? Artist development is a process of musicians go through to develop their craft and their skills necessary to build their professional career. Music industry process involves vocal training, songwriting, A&R direction, development, and sound of direction. Persona develop the image, branding, music video production, live performance developing, marketing, message, and career planning and strategy. That's just some of the tools that you need in artist development. D class, do you think artist development still exists?
No, I don't think it still exists just for the simple fact that, everybody can do this at home. And it's to the point where you got people that don't like taking constructive criticism. That's kind of the main thing that, will separate you from the next person in anything, bro. You got to be able to take constructive criticism. and be able to know, man, that everything you do, man, like you're not great at it, bro. Like, you know, it's cool. Like it's cool to be average and work to be great. Like there's nothing wrong with that shit, bro. But everybody wants to be great at everything when they first start, and that kind of be where the downfall is.
That's
But
where AI came from.
exactly,
Nobody wanted the ten
because
thousand hours. So
nobody wanted to do it. So at the end of the day, it's like everybody has like you were saying earlier, how you was big on the Drake sound, like that you man. I swear, if I worked for that man and got paid for as many times people would tell me like I need a beat and I want to sound like Drake and I want to sound like it's
that,
like
that's the whole point of like growing. Again, might have again, your basis is that until like, okay, I know I like Drake, but I don't want to. This song sound like I wrote it for him. Where's me at? But if you
right,
just stay there,
I got one question. Why would an audience want to listen to somebody who sounds like somebody that they can listen to? That doesn't even make sense.
but
that
there's people like that though.
that's
They want to hear. They hear so many similar. I've heard so many artists, and now that I know Drake's just steals shit, I hear so many artists. And at first, I said, "Oh, these artists copying Drake." No, Drake is copying them, but because he's bigger, he gets to take their flow. But then, even in that subgenre where they're at, it's everybody still sounds like each other, and everybody I feel stays stuck at that beginner stage of, again, I'm trying to make money quick, I'm trying to get this to be a TikTok song, and then I really admire this artist, so I'm gonna just do it in my voice. But even if you do it in your voice, your pitch, your tone, whatever little bit of uniqueness, instead of honing in on that uniqueness that you do have, you still focus on the generic, and then just a splash, a salt bay of you in the actual song. So now, yeah, you get a Bryson Tiller, you get Drake, you get a lot of rappers. I even include me and myself doing a lot of melodies and stuff when you're stronger at rapping. So I get it because I'm in the middle of that era. J. Cole did it a lot on this past album. He did it a lot. There was one song he was almost singing. So just knowing the balance of like, yeah, you can harmonize a little bit, but I know I'm not trying to be no fucking Beyonce. I'm not like, there's
and
just certain harmonies I'm like, oh, I get now. If I find a singer who can do it better, please, by all means. I love R&B and I love singers just as much as I love hip hop. But if I just feel like, again, Eminem, and you have many rappers who have done this melodic hum or whatever, that it just kind of, I want that kind of raw raspiness. Again, I'm not trying to sing, but trying to get, my vibe, my point, me across. But other times, yeah, hire you a singer.
facts. And too, like check out this dude named Kaki Kai. Yeah, check out Kaki Kai and Friday. Like they
Oh, yeah.
got a
Okay.
yeah, check out what they got going on because that's kind of it. Like I tell people, man, like you don't want to sound like somebody, but I mean, I get if you want to take certain aspects of it and then kind of run with it in your own way. But just know that, like you say, it's a whole group of people that is still in that pool. So when you
SoundCloud
go
That's
rap.
true.
right,
Y'all
so when you go to like the Spotify and try to do all of that, like I mean, you basically got to try to stand out in a pool of, like they say, in a pool of crabs. Like that's just what it is. And people scared to be different. Like people want to do shit that you hear on the radio. Sometimes
their
it might be something.
images, no, even that has gotten the same, but they'll more focus on their antics and their image being different, and then their lyrics and their artistry is the same as everybody else.
Because
Let
people
me
feel
piggyback off of that. Each artist requires a different approach, depending on their skill level. So each artist requires a different approach. This is straight out the book. Depending on their level of skill and where they are in music, it's quite involved, but all under the umbrella of artist development, voice, song, artist, brand, career. Do you think people take that approach nowadays, or like y'all said, a lot of people work more on the image and how things look, and then you listen to the music and you're like, well, this is Trippy Red Jr. or this is XX Tentacion little son, or you could just hear it automatically. Nobody has an identity in music, and that's why they don't stand out or last the test of time.
Right.
True. I
And
agree.
that's I mean that goes to people not being comfortable with themselves, man. Like people go with the perception of what it is, man. Like we had to think about it. When 50 Cent was popping, the thing was to get shot and then say you got shot as a rapper. Like that
Or they
was
went to jail, or just
yeah, like that was the thing. I like the first day out. Once what was it? T Grizzly dropped the first day out. Now
mhm.
all of a sudden everybody has to drop a first day out. And it's like, come on, man. Like
Again, it's just the mimic of what is hot. Like what makes it dance, what makes it okay, and then next. Like, do you know how many albums NBA YoungBoy has? It's stupid. Like he will release like three in 1 year, almost four, and then do it again the next year. I'm like, you give nobody breaks now. He got all the people that's like him jamming to it. Again. He making his money,
but
but
it worked for him though.
it
That
works for.
worked.
He makes it work for him. Yes,
And it all wasn't
like
good
y'all
music.
do that. You need a break. Like you need give some space for your album to breathe, especially your first like big one. Let it breathe and let you got to experience more stuff. What's the storyline? Do you want your first album to lead into the fifth one that you do a Beyonce Kendrick mindfuck thing? Like, can you tie this back? Like, what's the storyline? Like, what's the make it more of a purpose? And again, still make it you, but if you be creative in those artists uh what's the word you use, serve artist development.
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 You put your all creativity in all the spaces, imagine what you can do. So not just into your look, or even sometimes not just into the rap, because sometimes we over deliver on being too different and unique, and now it just sounds weird and out of place. So it's like it's a balance. Everything got a balance. So if we do that across the board and not just stay in our lanes, imagine a Tyler Creator, just the storylines and how each album connects, or you're getting different personalities with each one. You got Young Tyler where it was saying fuck everything and everybody, and now you got this one that's like Black Us. But it's creative in his own way.
Yeah. The problem nowadays is it seems that everyone and their mothers call them an MC. Everybody wants to be a rapper. But 95% of the MCs claim they're the nicest and I'm really dope. But 10% of them actually have lyrics. And that don't make my ears bleed or disgust me when I listen to some of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe it's a new era for hip hop, the hip hop scene, the lyricism. I mean, it's about auto tune, dance crazes, sex hustling, and it's not really about real music. And most of these artists don't even have platinum plaques. They look big on the internet, and you meet them in real life, and you find out they're not as big as they really truly are. So it's a real crazy game right now. But the number one rule to artist development is take all criticism, good or bad, and don't be a bitch about it.
Yeah. And I get it's hard to.
That's what I read, y'all. I don't want y'all to think that. This is what it said.
No, but that's true. But I can honestly say it is still hard because it's your art and you created it in whatever mood you were in. Even if you do be like, you know what, I listen back to it and I agree, or after I take my emotions out of it or my pride or whatever, I agree. But it is hard when you give somebody your art and they don't mess with it, or they don't like it, or they don't get it, or it's too maybe introspective from one person, so you feel some type of way when this person says something,
Right.
but then when you give it to a good majority of your friends who also do music and know the word, then it's like, oh well, y'all get it, but the
Yeah.
person that I really wanted to get, so it's just like you got, and then realizing, okay, everybody's not gonna like my music, and then that's why I also feel like learning a range of different styles while still staying me within that. Like, okay, this person might like this one, but this person, since they are more into the art or creative or just into that type of Kendrick Lamar, whatever, going deeper in under the lyrics, then they might like this song better than the other. But at the end of the day, can I have an album and all songs have good sales or good listenings to it, because they're, again, like you said earlier, everybody has a thing. One person might not like this, or one group or area might not like this, but another one will. So can I have songs on all the album that hits different groups? And again, think about that, when, at least when I was a kid, in middle school, even in high school, I was friends with everybody. I had friends that were in high school while I was in middle school. I was friends with the kids that were younger than me, and then as I got older, I had different groups. I was friends with some of the bad kids, and I looked like a good kid, so they're like, "Oh, you don't even look bad." And then, got the nerds, and I got the chefs over here, and then I got, okay, get older, go to college. Okay, now I gotta. So each stage of my life, I still had so many different groups or elements I could fit into. That wasn't me just trying to force myself into them and pretend like I was in. I literally got along with a good chunk of people. So then I learned some of their habits or some of their personality traits. So you can always hit different avenues in your music. I listen to rock music. You listen to R&B, listen to jazz. You listen to all of that. And then, so what triggered that? At what point in time did that trigger in you? So then you could present different things instead of just Drake singing, cooning, doing whatever he do. And it's like, now I hear that more, and it
Hmm.
irritates me because I can't listen to him the same. And
Oh, I
it's
think the problem is people don't create timeless music anymore.
yeah.
So, you got artists like, let's say a Kendrick, who only puts an album out every 5 to 6, 7 years, but it's timeless. It's enough food for you to digest, and
And
you can sit with it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it takes that much time to really dissect it and really listen to it and understand it. I know when Tupac died, those last two albums he put out were really all of his work. It lasted the test of time. You still could go listen to that music right now, and it's better than 95, 80% of everything that's out right now.
yep. And people sampling it. They sampling a lot of stuff from, and I don't, again, that's another thing. I'm always a double edged sword with that. There's nothing wrong with sampling at all. I got a whole playlist on Apple that says samples. But at what point, again, be creative. Not everything has to be a sample. Create something from scratch where somebody wants to sample your shit. Like, so not everything is, again, pay your homage. You can still do yourself, but don't overload like every beat, or make it so much that it's yours, and be like, damn, this is sample. What? Like,
Be
make it that,
original.
not
Yeah.
I automatically like, ooh, this is Black Eyed Peas or this is Fuji's. Like, I don't want to. I want to get the essence of it, just like when people rap and they have their. I want to get the essence of where you got this from. I hear a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Oh, I was born here, but raised here. Okay, I can hear that. I don't want to hear specifically Tupac in I don't know, somebody else like mixed together. I don't want to hear them and their rhyme schemes. That's not you.
And seeing that's it's funny to hear you say that, because it's like, people don't think like that. Like, that be the problem. Like, people think so much in the box, and it's like, what is the overall goal? Because when I make beats, I don't all that tight beat and all of that, to me, that don't make sense. Like,
Yeah,
I don't get it. Like, that's why I've never made a tight beat. Like, I don't get it. To me, that's why I'm stubborn with it too, because I don't tailor my beats to people.
yeah,
I feel like
You know what's crazy when you said that, D class? Is that you're talking to people that's not knowledgeable enough in music to tell you, hey, D class, can you make me a beat where the saxophone is the main chorus, and I want the drums to go like this, boom, 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 and I want the 808 to hit at the. If you if you know how to explain music more, you wouldn't need a tight beat. But people don't, they don't really know how to explain it or articulate it. So they're trying to just tell you what something sounds like specifically so you can make something like that. And it's like, no, if you want a beat that you actually like, tell them that you want a beat that's more piano. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? or that it's more this, and you want it flowy, and I want it at this tempo. But that's people who actually know music that would know that. And if you don't know music, you're just gonna say, "Well, give me a D class type beat." You know what I'm saying?
Right. And but the thing is still to where it's like, what about that type beat do you like? You know what I'm saying? Like you still gotta be able to tell me what about it you like. I could tell you
And
I
that's
could tell
true.
you make me a Timberland type beat, but okay, what do you like about Timberland? Do you like the
Because
East
not Timber
Coast?
not gonna make his beat, nigga. So tell me what specific you like. I can make it
Right,
stand out in the beat I'm going to make.
right. Like let's think together. Like, cause I could make whatever and just send it to you. Now it's basically okay if you tell me send me something in this genre, I'm gonna give you my thought process of that genre. Now I don't think inside of the box, so what I'm gonna send you is probably not gonna be inside of the box. So
Yeah.
that's why I think I'm to the point to where I'm one of them specialty type individuals. Like when you want a specific type sound, yeah,
Yeah.
okay, we can do that. Like, yeah, because I mean, I listen to a lot of music too. I'm not rock and roll and all of that. I don't.
It's just,
I mean, I listen to it, but
the
I have
black
to do the
people, the princes, and the
nah.
Michael
Like, I mean, I grew up on like what's that
Jackson.
Nirvana, the Red Hot Chili Peppers, like back when they was hot. Like, and I
Okay.
mean, I don't even consider that rock and roll really. Like, I don't even know what I would call it, but to
Alternative.
me,
I think they fit in the alternative.
yeah, because it wasn't like
Hmm.
just screaming and yeah, nah, I don't.
Yeah,
Nah,
it's
that
alternative.
I
Like
definitely don't
got
get.
so many subgenres of rock in
He said
general.
not Zeppelin and all that.
Nah, I'm cool on that part.
Merlin Manson and all that type of shit.
Because
Yeah,
you have alternative, you got glam, rock and metal, you got thrash metal, you got death metal. Like you got a lot. There's a lot. So
A lot of subgenres.
yes,
yeah.
yes.
So
So
then,
even if you are one of these poppy mainstream cats originally, is it a key to success? There is someone who started the auto tune craze. There was someone to first Dougie, Jerk. Someone started the hyphy movement. And Kanye created Drake's whole style. We'll say that. That's facts. That is facts. So having an original concept can still set instead of just dick riding on what's hot. It made me sick when I heard Pitbull's Castle on the Sand, The Mimic, Love That Way by Lie, Eminem. I love the way you lie by Eminem. You know people are money hungry. When domestic violence is used as a gimmick to sell, this even goes to the underground cats to be original. Even if it's not in the subject matter, come with the metaphors that no one else has or heard or used instead of being glitchy. You know what I'm saying? Um, a girl that caught my ear, other than C Ra, was the Shady Blue Girl. It was a song by the Cuzzos called Miss Nigga or something like that. And it was about 8 females on there. Out of 8 females, this girl went crazy. She sounds so different from everybody else. She stood out like a sore thumb. Am I lying, D class?
yeah, now we listened to that was that wasn't that cipher that we listened to, was it?
Yeah, the cipher with the Shady Blue Girl.
Okay, see, yeah. Nah, I do. That's probably her, and I think probably about one or two other people is probably about the only ones I remember about all of them.
Her
Uh,
and Dage Dollar had that distinctive voice. She had that
yeah,
raspy
I like
voice.
I like her stuff. Another a good cipher for y'all to go watch. It's gonna be I kind of like the new revolt. Remember when they did the new classmen or the freshmen or whatever, and that's died down so bad. Like they've had terrible people on there. On the radar. is doing a rap's new class cipher, and they did volume 1, and it had Ray Vaughn. It had a lot of people I haven't heard of. I think maybe other than Ray Vaughn, maybe one other person I heard of, but all of them. When I say all of them rapped their ass off, all of them did, and each one got better and better and better. And I'm like, this is what everybody misses. Like everybody hard, not just one or two people out the eight, like everybody. And that makes me
I
feel more.
remember that though, the freshman class, the magazine. So they're bringing it
Yeah,
back
you
because that
forgot
did
about it,
fall off.
but it's a different outlet. So the people that usually do it still do it, but it's been trash. It's been trash. So you had the Ians, you had the, even though Little Yachty did do something, and I do like some of his stuff, like that group, that era of people, like when Coyle Ray really wasn't. I like her newer music now, but her older stuff, like she wasn't there yet. She was just daddy's, even though she don't fuck with her daddy like that, Benzino short neck ass. She was still, she grew up within it. So sometimes you gotta still find yourself.
You crazy, C
I don't
Rock.
want to be with Eminem no more. I'm tired. How you get drunk and do an interview and be like, I don't want to be, yes, because he keeps murdering you. Stop it. Stop. Just
He
stop.
ended that man's whole career.
He been
All right,
in
so
that.
what do
He
y'all think about
been over and over and over and over and
what
over.
do y'all think about pre-written freestyles? Like people going on Rap Radar, freestyle, or whatever these places, Freestyle Friday. What do y'all
As
think about pre-written freestyle?
as a person who can't freestyle for shit, I do not. I do not mind that. You're still, because you still got a repertoire, just like poets still have a repertoire of poetry and lyrics in your head. So if you know like fucking 20 of your songs, like one verse and maybe a few chords of each song, and you can maneuver that to whatever beat they play, I still think that's a part of freestyling. I don't know what beat you're gonna play, so I still at the top of my head gotta catch it. And 9 times out of 10, you're typically, all rappers know a good amount of rap music and beats and even R&B. So to have a repertoire of lyrics in your head and you still got to freestyle to the beat that they give you, because I find that hard to try to, some of my lyrics can't fit for a beat, or I'll try to challenge myself and make it fit to a slower beat. So just in case, if I had to, and I knowing I can't freestyle, let me pull from what I already have written down and memorized, but I'm freestyling it to this beat. Cause it's hard to do,
How
like,
much how much have you practiced freestyling?
I
How
wouldn't
much
say I,
time have you gave yourself to say, maybe I can freestyle, maybe I just haven't tried this
you know
enough?
what, let me change that. Not that I can't, I haven't learned to yet. So there's a point to where I could be like listening to something or going through my beat stars, listening to beats, and I'm walking around while shuffling, and I'll be like, and just playing, and I might catch a line that I like, and I'm like, let me hurry up with the quickness and the fastness and write it down, because if I do not, I will not remember it. That's why I write it down, because it's too much going on, too many personalities going on up here, spitting at once, and I need to write some shit down. It's too
All
much.
right, so it says, you want a battle? I got a hot verse that'll murk you. I actually heard this on a YouTube video. If you're that dope of an MC, why do you need to take a verse out of your notebook? Murk someone in a battle freestyling or off the dome. I was disgusted with this low key length of villains and came into a conclusion of people don't know MCing of freestyling in the new era of hip hop. Freestyling just mean not reading off paper. When in terms, it's spitting fresh rhymes without a second to think. Take 5 to 10 minutes out of your day, put on a hot beat, and practice.
Are you reading the comment? What are you reading?
This is straight out of the book. This
What?
is what artists are missing. It's an artist development book.
Okay, I'm like, what the fuck are
So,
you reading?
so this came straight out of an artist development book.
Okay, so the book basically said
Said
fuck
even if you're
you.
whack at the first, like he said, even if you whack, like just keep going. You'll get more polished. The flow will get better. Like because at some point, They're gonna be like, yeah, we want your artist to come up to Hot 97 and do a freestyle, and the last thing you want to do is pull your fucking phone out.
Oh, I wasn't doing that. Period. I was just gonna say I'm
I'm
never
gonna
going
get up and walk
to
the
take
hell out of
one.
there.
I decline every single one because I cannot.
How
I'm
many
not a
percentage
fair
of
song.
artists do you think actually go and freestyle at these radio stations? How many of them do you actually think really can rap?
All the underground ones that I've seen, I feel like if we talking mainstream people, maybe every out of every 10 that do it, maybe 3 to 5 out of them that actually like really go in and do it. Even I don't think again a lot of them is the top of the dome because of course we've heard people repeat lines and stuff, but then it be on different beats, different cadences where it sounds hard. So not that they do it every time, but I feel like I don't know maybe sometimes the scales tip, sometimes it's a little bit more than not. Um, but I can think J Cole hit some good ones. Surf the man, what's that man name? Oh, I can't think of his name. Daylight has done it. There's been plenty of rappers that have done some good freestyles, and I really can't. Some of them I would like to say is off top of the dome, but again, just because you close your eyes and go to, you might be remembering some lyrics you written down and probably didn't tell nobody, but you memorized them bitches, and so you might be going off something you have written. But again, I still count that as a freestyle because you still got to concentrate on how you got to get out your mental of how you had it written in the cadence of it and switch it to this Biggie beat. And then it go into a Tupac beat, a West Coast beat. Now you gotta make it pop a little bit, and like so they be sliding all across the scale. So I still think that is still a talent to be able to take what you already have and be fluid like that. And then yeah, within of what you already know, you probably are punching in some new bars that just literally came off the top of your head.
Okay, so random question. So if you so just say you do a freestyle on one radio station, right?
Mm.
And then that motherfucker it go viral. You say, okay, bet. Like I might be alright with this shit. Now, if you go to the next radio station and say the same exact shit, is that still a freestyle?
No, that's what I'm saying. Not saying it exactly the same. That's why again, if you really know your stuff, you know more than three of your lyrics in your head to where you can between that time and that time between you gotten there probably have practice at least within that new time. But even at that point of that first viral video, you have at least 10 plus like chunks of lyrics in your head that you can put together, and you may have said half of them over here, and you maybe started the line, or there might be like 5% that you probably resaid, but you realigned it to the other half of the stuff that you didn't say the first time. So not to say that you white rose red ceiling your ass all the way through through the thing like the game did, but you can still switch it up and come up with something with what you already know in your head. So there's plenty of songs, or there's been a beat or a beat review or a beat that I've heard. I'm like, I hear these lyrics that I wrote to this beat on this, and then I might just slow it down a bit when I'm sampling. When I say I got a song where I sampled "Bag Lady" from Erica Badu, and it's like, okay, the fact the title of the beat, the title that I gave it, the from Bag Lady, I'm introducing Bag Lady all up and through each title, but it don't have the same title. And so while I'm using a instrumental like vocally, but I'm still making the beat my own, but I'm still going back to the fact that this song is called Bag Lady. And so from lyrics to what I'm saying, I'm always going back to not only what I named it, but then the original beat is called Adventure. What do you take when you go on an adventure? And again, basic. I'm not even. Some people might say, I don't know. When you're going on an adventure, you take sunscreen because you're going on it. I'm not even thinking like say everybody can have different answers. But when you're going on a venture, what did you take to get there? A bag. You probably have a hiking bag with you if you're going a bag lady. I'm thinking about all different ways I can introduce to you bag lady and still give homage to whatever beat that I'm playing. So you can go deep. It doesn't have to be if you're doing the same thing, you should have never been on the radio. If you're doing the same exact verse, even if it is on a different beat, like you had ample of time to come up with some more shit.
Do you
Even if
think
it's different.
artists should read like dictionaries?
Yes, yes.
Because I feel like to freestyle, you just can't run out of words.
Yes.
You gotta have a very good vocabulary, and really you gotta think fast. You gotta really have a fast mind.
Eminem. And people hate on Eminem. I put Eminem and Lil Wayne, both of them, like the amount of words or how they would put stuff together, rhyming words you didn't think would rhyme, even if they just use the little accent twang or whatever. Like they both do that very well, and they both you have to read, you have to learn. That people make fun of Eminem for reading or reading a dictionary, but nigga, yeah, to expand your vocabulary, which will expand your rhyme scheme in your pattern to use that word, and then you teaching other people a word that they probably don't even hear in school or their parents use. So yeah, fuck that. Read a book, read books, read the dictionary, the thesaurus.
Some underground cats even need to do this. Simplicity. When it comes to rhymes, it's a problem overall in hip hop. MCs spitting one syllable words that anyone can use, which ends up with people thinking that you're you're bitter. These are so many ways that you can rhyme. Dance, hustle, I'ma fuck you. So you eventually
That's in the
someone
book.
gonna spit the same bar. This is how everybody spit the same bars, and that's when you make your big mistake. Spend a half an hour so looking at a dictionary, find new words. It's so many words that people don't use. This is why I feel like people like Kendrick, certain people, Jay Electronica, Busta Rhymes, like certain niggas just like you be like, oh my god, this nigga
Putting
is
the voice.
crazy. Because it ain't just the style and shit. If you listen to the lyrics, you be like, I get it. I don't think that Snoop Dogg is the most technical rapper. I don't think he's the most technical
But
when it
it's
comes to
again
like,
how he presents it. So he might not be technical,
man,
but
that
he know
shit's
how
cold.
to set up his stuff to where it be like this just bounce no matter what, and he don't have to have. And again, that makes you uniquely you to have a simplistic word choice, but make a different song each time. So, but that it can't be for everybody. That's not for everybody.
It's all about the vibe, man. Each one of them create different vibes. Busta Rhymes is one of them people. He'll give you a party track, but at the end of the day, if you want to listen to actual music, then yeah, that's who you would put in.
Yeah.
But Snoop Dogg, yeah, that's just his brand, bro. Like he's known as a smoker. Like,
Like I'm you gonna
it's the
smoke
whole,
something and
yeah,
just
it's
like
all just a chill vibe, like
yeah.
they say that whole old school
Even if he's
West
saying
Coast
he's
sound.
sliding on somebody, he still is
So do you think being intelligent, does that make you original?
being. Does being intelligent make you original?
To
Does
an
being
extent.
intelligent will being intelligent help you with staying original?
Not necessarily. Again, I feel like that's a double-edged sword. So it can, but if you are just too like somebody said it doing a music review, when you're too on the nose, when you're so that's kind of like an example of a chef and you have a novice. I feel like that's the right word to use for that. A novice or maybe even it's not even an Instagram chef because they know how to cook, just not in the hustle and bustle as a chef that cooks in the kitchen does. But when you have somebody who just like is a nerd about it, they're book smart about it, but they can't execute for shit. So you can tell me what the fuck I did to make this emotion or this sauce or whatever, but can you come in the kitchen and do it? can you actively cook? Can you saute it? Like, you can tell me the definitions of saute, but can you fucking saute? Can you braise? What the fuck is a
Mm.
braise? Do it. What goes in it? What's the steps? Or again, you can name the steps, but oh shit, people looking at me. What kind of knife cuts are those? You don't know how to fucking cut shit, but you can ruin. You can tell everybody up and down what to do or what machine I use, but you can't come in here and do it. So sometimes shut the fuck up, eat the food, yes, appreciate it, but sometimes the illusion of how I created this is what it needs to be. Same thing with rap. You can be, oh, the technical form. T-Pain said that. He was like, I think Tiffany Haddish asked him this question. She was like, why didn't you never get vocal lessons? And he's like, well, sometimes, I might not want it to sound like, ooh, I might want it to sound like ooh or whatever. He's just like, I want it to sound like me. And if I got that technical thing, yes, to a point, it would have helped me, but it would have stunted my growth of me sounding like me. Me naturally learning it as I went helped me make what T-Pain sounds like without auto-tune and with auto-tune. So if I went to a school, it would have been too refined. The knife would have been too sharp. Like, damn, I could barely hold it, and the shit is just slicing through the air. Like, it's a balance. It's a balance.
Nowadays, every rapper claims to be a hustler. Every rapper claims to be a millionaire. Every rapper claims to be the baddest bitch. Every rapper claims that they the biggest prostitute in the game. And
It is.
95% of the truth are just playing poker face. Like, they talk about, oh, I'll do this and I'll do that. And, well, we could think of all the vulgar things that Sexy Red says, and then you meet Sexy Red and she ain't about none of that. How would that, like,
She looked like
what's up with that?
she telling the truth.
She said, nah, I don't think she doing no joking. She
Mm-mm.
standing on business, you believe?
I believe she is.
But I mean, at the end of the day, too, though, you gotta realize, like, it is people that's like that. Like, that's the way it's always been in music and entertainment. If you are a person that, if just say, if they put out a picture of you and a bunch of women gravitate towards your picture, they gonna instantly try to market you to the women. Like, that's just what it's gonna be. And then it's like, okay, it's on you to where if you want to, if you have a spouse or whatever, now it's on you to decide if you want to introduce that person to this side of the world. That's why I say it's always, you could never put your alter egos in the same place with your real self.
Mm.
When you said that was that was something the dude who gave me the first beat that I wrote to or got me writing. He said that he was like, being single is much easier for you to say what you need to say, because I'm like, as soon as I say something, my girlfriend thinks that I'm talking about her and then gets her feelings hurt, but it's not her. It's like, I haven't been with only you, right? Like, and then as a rapper, as I'm trying to tell my story, I'm talking about a girl that I first met in college or whatever, but now I feel stunted or, kind of like, I can't say this because every time I say her, she will say something. Oh, he's talking about you. No, I'm talking about especially when you go into detail of how you felt. I'm like, yeah, but I'm telling a story. I don't currently feel like this, but to put the feeling in it, I have to rap about how I felt when I was in it. But girl, I'm with you, but I'm writing a song. So every song got to be about you. Every song. Like, so what if this song pop? So now I gotta not release it because your ass is over. So it's like I always say
Some of
that
the
too. If I'm
best albums some of the
so
best albums have came from breakup music. We got 808s and heartbreaks. We got a lot of lot of good breakup music. Mary J. Blige, Keisha Cole, they do it every time they break up in a relationship.
hey, but again,
New
even with
album.
anyone, like, don't think like, hey, don't stop my artistry and make everything about you. Like, I lived a minute. Okay, so don't think that every single thing that's boring. That's again keeping me in one lane. Don't do that. I tell people off the bat, don't you're not about to see my art. You can move around with that.
Hmm.
Yeah, because I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, you gotta the person. I feel like if you doing music, the first person that you need to accept your music is the person that's in your household. Like if the person that you with or that's in your household that's supposed to be supporting you is not supporting that song and can legitimately make an argument behind why they don't like it, then I mean I get it. But I mean, yeah, just to be on some this not about me. I
Yeah.
mean, okay, and but okay, let me tell you. See, this is the petty me. See, man, I'm finna give you the petty side of me now. So my reply to that would be, well, if I put this out and I get $1 million for the song,
You don't get shit.
you don't want no money, right? Because it wasn't about you. So it's like,
I'm rich, bitch. I need that button. I'm rich, bitch.
Remember, you didn't like the song.
yeah, you ain't like
Remember,
this.
we
You
lost
ain't
a
like the
relationship.
song. When I plan a trip to some island somewhere and go chill on the beach, you don't want to go. Remember, you ain't like the song. Well, we gonna wait till the song you like.
I could have
Get
put you
us,
in the music video. Shit, you could
yeah,
have
like,
pretended to be the girl, and then you would have been famous. Nah, it's okay.
yeah. It could have been. See, people don't. That's why I say most people don't look at the bigger picture. But that too is why a lot of
The
music,
the last
good
thing,
music,
the
don't come.
last thing you want to do is not believe in somebody who already shows you drive, skill, and that they have perseverance and that they're not gonna quit. Once you show me that, I believe in you. And it don't take much to show me that. It's gonna show real quick in your character. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
People just look at the moment sometimes. Not sometimes, all the time. Just be in that moment, how that momentarily made them feel, how it momentarily it's gonna take me nothing but a moment to say all this money is mine. So since you want to be
That
so
quick.
in the moment, since you want to be so in the moment, okay, stay there. While I
Man.
move to the future, to the platinum plaques. And again, it's nothing. Again, I'd rather it take a long time. Like all the people who just got a Grammy and stuff, I'd rather it take a long time than to have it quick. Cause ain't nothing good for having something that heavy quick. It's not. No, it's not good for nothing. It take time. It take time.
Yeah, true. So rule number 7: find a producer who complements your style. I'm gonna say it again. Rule number 7: find a producer that complements your style.
Yes, I agree. But then,
Nowadays, I'm gonna go ahead and read it and go.
mm,
Nowadays, everyone wants to work with the major beat makers. I want Guru to make my beats. I want Kanye to make my beats. I want whoever just made Blueface's new beat to make my beat. Or I want whoever made that beat for Drake. Can I get that type beat? Instead of creating their own sound. When you get with a producer, you can create your own sound just like those people did. And you know what people are gonna type up? A C-Rod type beat.
oh, I didn't even put it on myself. But I think again, I'm probably gonna be in the middle of a lot of stuff. I agree with that, but I do think it's still cool to still have your producer that is definitely like tailored to your beat, but then still offer the space for at least another two to come in, not only with different ears but different styles too. Because I've learned a lot from the producers that I've gotten beats from, that I've worked with at their home studio. Like everybody has taught me something, especially when, again, coming from poetry to rap. So I'm like, everybody has taught me something. Everybody has given me a different advice or show me a different beat, or I might not think I would have been good on this cadence, but dang, okay. Again, challenge. I still think it's good to have still a mix. So in the long run, I definitely want to have like my, just like Drake has 40. Drake and 40 is like they like this, they ride or die, but you still are gonna have at least two other people that I'm like, nah, I need to have so and so and so and so. Not only for a different ear, but then I want them to add their uniqueness to make the overall again think long term. And then I don't want every song to sound the same. So yeah, even if you have a producer to cater to you, sometimes it can get mundane. Like you need somebody to come in there and maybe take this beat, let me send it to you and see what you do with it, or see what you take away, see what you add to it, and then I can attack it differently. But I still have my solo dude make it. So I think both can be able, or all can happen. I think at least three building like three spaces for like producers and engineers that all got a talent for everything. I don't know what he doing. He always dropping something.
Wow.
He's,
But yeah, I mean, I get it. That's why we have this argument all the time on why I don't send beats to everybody and this, that. Man, look, like, I just be like, I don't have the energy. Like, it just be
yeah.
to the point to where it's like, I mean, I get, I tell people all the time, if I could rap, I probably could. I just don't want to. Like, to be truthfully honest with you. But it's like, yeah, man, that whole aspect of it, like, I don't want to be in the limelight, so I don't pay it no mind. But, I mean, yeah, I could see definitely locking in with one person, but then I feel like as a producer, that's when you should kind of challenge yourself because your producer might have a sound, but he definitely has a second sound that he might not want to show you yet. So sometimes too is like it's kind of on the producer to where they have multiple different ways you can go with certain shit, and then
Mm-hmm.
they don't feel that it's ready to be heard, even though
Mm-hmm.
that might be that breakout. They just trying to perfect that second sound before it kind of switch to where
Yeah.
you could still tell that person made it because it's always going to be that one particular thing in every song. But it's like, yeah, they still will evolve into whatever it is. So I mean, yeah, that can work
So
both.
another thing, rule number 8: have a legit hustle with your music. Elaborate, y'all. What do y'all think about that? Like, what is legit hustles? What comes to mind? I'm gonna just read a little bit. I'm not gonna read much. Nowadays, everyone is posting their music on Dat Piff, MySpace, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, these different apps, SoundCloud. And the only way they're promoting it is through networking. Yeah, maybe 500 friends might listen to it. Maybe those 500 friends might actually go check out your project and listen to it and tell somebody about it. With digital downloads in the era of suppressed demos and forgotten staples, get about 1,000 blank CDs, press them up, about 5 tracks, an EP, hand them out outside local venues, music shops, press up some flyers, put them in windows of local businesses, get a street team together, help them spread your name, spread it to the streets. My cousin has a hustle. You know what I'm saying? Out of state with a car weekly, he drives 5 to 6 hours, and he go sells demos in London. Social networking isn't gonna get you where you want to be. Word of mouth is, and I believe it. I believe that 1,000%. I don't even think just giving the CDs out is really what it is. It's actually the networking for sure. You might meet the right person at the right time, and they might tell you to rap, or they might be looking for an artist, and they might not be looking on social media because there's so much saturation. You don't know who you're getting or what you're getting, or you don't know if this person is real or AI nowadays. So what do y'all think about that? What do you think about having a legit hustle with your music?
I think that, I mean, that's true. Just like any drug, you want people to listen to you to the point where I need to listen to it. I need to hear this artist. What is this artist doing? Like, you really pushing it, the merch, the music, the everything that ties back to you. And that's why, going to shows and venues, performing locally is very important. So not only going out and physically meeting those people and other artists that you can collab with, and then their crew is gonna listen to you because they heard a feature, and you meet this producer and you work over here. Like, okay, you was invited to the studio over here. Okay, go over here, go work with this person, go feature, even though this might be a little bit far outside my realm and I probably would never pick this beat, but I'm going to do this feature with this person because, again, everybody listens to everybody, invite, like you said, word of mouth, word of ear. Um, Again, go to the shows, perform, because even if it's fucking 10 people in there, including the people that's working that night, even one person, one, two people liking you, one table liking you. They don't even have to purchase nothing from you, but that vibe and that recording that they took, and they're gonna remember you. And then say if you pop up on a YouTube or Instagram or whatever, oh, I remember her not from Instagram or whatever. I remember her show that she performed. I remember that one event that I was at, and I love this song. Is this song on this mixtape? Okay, it is. Oh, it's more refined than when it was live. But you heard me live first and met me and got to meet my personality before you saw me on Instagram, where everybody can hide behind the screen.
Facts. So a lot of the artists that y'all gonna see me pull on, I actually got to meet in person, got to see them perform. Shout out Lordside. I'm supposed to go see him tonight. I'm waiting on him to call me. Uh, yeah, get outside. Go to these performances. They do them every month out here in Las Vegas. Every first Friday, every month in Las Vegas, they do a big venue on the rooftop. They have a lot of new artists come perform, so I like to go there sometimes. And then I'm learning more different venues through those artists. So y'all see me at a lot of local venues, just meeting artists, doing live interviews, mingling with the people, because you never know who's gonna be who one day. You know.
That's true.
So study the classics. Rap is a career choice for some of you. You need to study, educate yourself, go to local music stores. Eric B, Rakim, Paid in Full. Like you, certain music you should just know. Like you can't call yourself a hip hop artist and you don't know any artistry. Like you don't know. The other day that we like some people found out real information. That's why I like this new show and I like this one too because this one's informational too. This is a great idea, C Rob, by the way. Um, in 1972, some of us found out that Cool Herc was the one that created and made the genre of hip hop that we listen to and how he did it and what he used and how he made break beats to get it to this point and that the first big song to ever come out was that the hip, the hop, the hippie, the hippie, hip, hip, papa, you don't stop the body to your bang, bang, boogie it up. And all of us right here know that song right now. A baby might know that song. Okay, so that's how strong hip hop is. I think
Yeah.
these are all been great shows for Black History Month. We really got to some history, haven't we, D class lately?
Facts. And another random fact that most people probably don't know is that the Closer to My Wing song was the first video played on YouTube.
Yep, we found that out too.
Not the
We've been
first.
learning a lot of new things.
That was the very first video ever played on YouTube.
Because, yeah, YouTube is such a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Like the internet. Go forever. Like, what was the first internet? Like,
You know what's crazy about YouTube is when you try to find old videos that you used to see on YouTube, you can't find them anymore.
I don't see. They don't even come up. When I used to be able to Google them, like there was a song by that I wanted to sample so bad. Um, uh, fuck, what is his name? Frank. He's a Spanish singer, and the song was only on YouTube. And I'm like, where'd it go? Like So like back in the day where you could go on fucking LimeWire and download from YouTube, or you can still download from YouTube, but back in the day when it was like really like you would do it just so you can get that song. I had it, used to have it on my iPhone and could listen to it. Now like the file was like corrupted or whatever. I'm like, no,
That's
can't
crazy.
find it no more. Can't find nothing.
Yeah. See, that's like, man, I want to do a book. I don't know if it's a book. I don't know how I want to do it, but I want to know like who was the first person to create like a lot of shit. Like just give people random thought processes.
Sounds like a new show. Sounds like a new show.
Wait, say it again.
That would be dope.
Created a lot of shit. What you mean?
Like think about it. Okay, who created
Like
stairs?
Guinness World Book of Record,
Nah,
like
like
record like that.
who created stairs?
All right, let's look it up. Let's look it up real quick. That's probably going to be the next show. You want to do that because
Hot shit.
Kate,
That is some hot
Kate
shit.
just,
Jesus, stairway to heaven.
I think with all the questions that you got, give them to me before you like. Let me write them down so I could Google everything. That way, we ain't gotta wait for me to look for it.
But the thing is like, why you gotta Google it? Like, just what is your? It's just what is your thought process? Like, there is no wrong answer because the crazy
It's
part.
definitely a wrong answer, bro.
What?
Somebody did it. They need their credit. We're not gonna sit here and just make up some
Okay,
bullshit.
well,
That's
okay.
why history is fucked up now.
Even crazier high question. Who was the first prostitute?
Mary Mandalay or somebody like that. It's really a bitch that was the first
Who?
prostitute. Okay, stairs were not invented by a single person, but evolved independently across ancient civilizations. A functional necessary, something that was just so necessary that people just like, how the fuck I'm gonna get up this mountain? Nigga just start digging in the ground like, nigga, I'm finna make some shit to get up this mountain. Ain't no reason why I gotta climb up these rocks and shit every day.
Maybe a
I'm
better
finna
way
make some shit.
did the
And the shit
word.
didn't even have a name. I don't even think it had a name. Like nigga said,
Like,
make
who
some of them
named
zigzags.
stairs? Who gave it the name stairs?
Make a Z. Yeah, who
But
called it stairs? That's the real
That's the
question.
question. Who
but
called it?
then
That nigga
but
said this shit happened in 6000 EC, nigga.
but think of
Y'all way before Christ.
but think about it.
C
I
B
know
B C E.
But think about it.
6000 BCE.
Then on
It's
top of
crazy.
that, you still gotta think like, okay, so they say that there's no real answer behind it. So okay, so what was even up there for that person to say, let me create
the top of the pyramid, a tree, a fruit on the top of that tree. My cat
It's
got
a
stuck.
reason
My
for a
lion
treat.
got stuck.
Yeah. No, but I'm fucking with you on this one, D class. This is about to be funny and
because I
interested
mean,
at the same time.
it's really just a conversation piece. Like it's to get people to start talking. Because at the end of the day, I could come up with multiple who was the first. Like, and it's just
Who
give me
was
your answer. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't even gotta be no. Because I'm telling you, I've asked multiple people like who was the first prostitute, and I got so many answers that
okay? I gotta
it's
look it up.
it's crazy. But it's like,
Who was?
and then
Go
when
ahead,
you
keep
give,
talking.
but then when you give me an answer, so like he say, okay, that's who he said the person was, right?
Mhm.
So
I
who
know
was
that's
the
about to
first?
be
Who
funny.
was the first trick?
I'm gonna ask you that one next. Okay, two prostitutes as a
Then
mother,
from then from
Mandarash
then you could go
and
to
Naganda. The two prostitutes appeared in a narrative about Solomon's judgment. Man, these hoes was in the Bible.
Damn, I was like
then
Solomon the
come on,
Bible.
man. Come on, man. Come on. we
You know what? You
D
sure right. The
class.
Bible does talk
we
about
on like, we on to something. Man,
what? So that's even before the Bible. Now we
come
need. I
on,
need
man.
names. Who before the Bible was written, before the tablets was etched into? Who is,
Pull it up, D
who is
class.
it?
Pull it up for her.
Is it
Pull
a
it up so she
friend
can
of
see it.
mine? Is it my
Man, like
brother?
then you gotta then from there, even when you say, okay, you give me the answer, who you even think was the first person that they tricked off for. What did they pay? Like what was the price? Was
Oh.
it like goats? Was it
Yeah,
you
goats,
know
land. Man, they did that in the Viking times. Like, hey, we need to keep this shit in the family, or because you killed my so and so, now you got to marry so and so. Like, go over
boys
there
was
and
out
make
here
it
giving
happen.
out camels for girls back in the day?
Hey, I trade you my 4 horses and a bale of hay for my youngest. She knows how to
Damn it, man.
cook, but she ugly. Here, okay. That's how they be in the Viking.
Cause I was about to say, what if the horses come out to be not worth shit? Like, who wins
How is
that
a
deal?
horse not gonna be worth shit? All
Hey,
you gotta run. I ain't gonna want no horse that got 3 legs. They'll probably kill the horse.
hey, who
It's no
say you
point keeping
don't
it
get?
alive.
Who is to say you don't get him and he get wounded?
Well, I mean that happens. Just it wasn't wounded when I gave it to you. So what you gonna do?
I mean, now you got a three-legged horse.
Well, no, you don't. Now you got a pelt or a rug and some meat. That's what you got. You take the lemon
That's
and you
crazy.
make lemonade.
All right, see right. You got one. You got who made the first?
See what I'm saying? See, we just started the whole epidemic, man. When this shit
Are we
popped,
gonna do this full
heard it here
show?
first.
I gotta come with the D class. Did I send you the new thumbnail I got for the shows? And I just got C Rise. I gotta do a who's the first. That's gonna be fire.
Yeah, you thinking too hard, see? You thinking too hard.
Who's the first person to do the butterfly?
Nah, come on, man. That started the
Who's the
butterfly. The butterfly started because you got to think even with the butterfly, like the people that basically made the Tootsie Roll song, and then most people don't even know that it was more than just like the
They made
Tootsie
a
Roll.
song called "Do the Butterfly."
They had the dance. You remember the butterfly, the
No,
dance?
I remember the Tootsie Roll, but the
But
butter.
it's the and the crazy part about it's the same dance.
So just to
Mm. It's just, just a
You
random
hilarious.
fun fact for people that didn't know that the Tootsie Roll and the butterfly is the same dance.
All right, who was the first person to eat meat? No Diddy.
I
no,
mean,
I'm still stuck on this butterfly dance.
She
yeah,
trying to look it up and see who did the first
I'm so
butterfly.
confused. He said it's the same butterfly.
yeah, yeah. Because think
All
about
right,
it,
look.
they had back in the day they had the '69 boys and who was the other people? The '69 boys and
It is the Tootsie Roll.
yeah, and somebody else. They basically had the butterfly and the Tootsie Roll, and it was two different groups, and they had the same exact dance.
Somebody stole one from the
All
other
right,
and branded. That's what happened.
I got the best one. I don't think nobody could top this. Who was the first person to die?
The
I
dinosaurs.
got y'all motherfuckers with that one. The dinosaurs. No, we talk about person.
Caveman.
Man, you were
A random caveman somewhere.
good.
All right, D class. I'm right there. I think we should write down about five of those each, and then we just all ask each other, and then we gotta try to give some type of answer. All right, the first person who died, the first person who died had to be,
Mhm.
um, was it a lady or man? I'm gonna think it had to be maybe
Okay,
a man because women. I don't know. Men
okay.
do usually live
See,
longer
look.
than women.
Let me tell you how I know you're not high enough yet. Cause you thinking about the question way too hard. Now, let me give you the D class frame of thinking with this question. Now, you said who was the first person to die, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
The
so
answer to
due
somebody.
due to what we have always been told, who died on the cross for us?
But that
It's
was the first
Jesus, but it was people there that watched him die, but then he came back and he was
Well,
resurrected.
you
But he
said
wasn't the first person to die.
who was the first, but that's the thing. You think you trying to find the exact first person. Like it's not even about finding the exact first person. It's just the point of put it like this. It's one of them icebreaker games that people be having when they go to job interviews and shit like that. Like it's one of them type of games to where it's just to get people to start thinking. And it's like just give me the first answer that pop in your head. Like you ain't even gotta do all the research. No. I'm
I'm gonna
telling
stick
you,
with the dinosaurs. They got
I'm telling
personality.
you, my mind I be having too many situations going on up there. But yeah. But yeah, man, that's I tell people if you don't have multiple personalities, like you're kind of normal. Like, you you're normal.
I feel
Like
like they're in normal because who the fuck does not talk to themselves?
there's a
That
lot of people, and you'd be surprised.
is
Like
crazy. So how
I'm
do you be
telling you,
working out situations in your head?
most people don't think you. Come on, man. Let me tell you something. Most
You got
people don't
to
do
out
that.
of your head. Like
Most people just react, and whatever happens just happens. Like they don't think about that.
It's okay to talk to yourself long as you don't answer. But I
No, no,
definitely talk to myself a little bit more than often. Like
no,
people
no.
has been in my house and I've been talking to myself and they'll come in there like, who you talking to? And I'm like,
the way you make me
Nah,
laugh.
the
like
crazy
what you say? You don't know how to answer that. You just like, oh, I was on, I don't even answer it.
shit, man.
I was thinking out loud. I'm sorry.
I've been and had a whole conversation with myself. I answer in the whole nine. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I'm like,
He said I'll answer the whole night.
No,
Like
I've
who the fuck you
girl,
think
you
you
ain't
is?
tripping,
I,
motherfucker.
Shit,
I told
motherfucker
you not to
talking
answer. You
crazy.
did it anyway. I know I did it.
Y'all crazy.
I've had multiple conversations with myself dealing with people, and then all of a sudden, like that conversation pop up, and it's like I kind of knew where this shit about to go. Like,
You
I
got to.
mean,
You got to work out the situation that didn't happen to prepare you just in case a part of each two or three of the situations that I thought of where it could go after I said what I said. I need to know how to react to each.
right. But you gotta be, that's a part of being strategic, man. You gotta always have a
If it
plan B
happened,
for the
I'll be like,
plan A.
I said it. Now you was right. She didn't do what I thought she would do. She did what you thought she would do. But that's okay. At the end of the day, we're all in the same head. So technically, I thought of it all.
Facts. Hey, D class, can you send the link to the group chat?
This is the
I
it's
was
already
just about, I was like, fucking, we just start a whole new show. Y'all ready to wrap this one up and start first? Cause I think JD about to jump on. He just hit me.
yo, it's just up to y'all. Y'all can end it if you want to, though. I'm just here.
We at our mark.
Yeah. So go ahead, see Rod. It's your show diggity, ain't it?
I thought he said we about to switch into the one you just made up.
No, you gotta end this one
Oh,
first.
I gotta end it. Oh,
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Great job
Yeah.
too. Hold on. I just don't want to mix two shows together because we didn't started something else, and I'm like, okay, we're not even talking about what
yeah.
we were before. I went through all the steps, the 10 steps. Y'all got to learn some of the 10 steps today of artist development. So it was definitely informational. It actually was news people can use, just in our way with our opinions. So wrap it up, C-Rock.
Well, that's all, folks.
That's all, folks.
And we'll end it with the lion in the middle, like, "Arr,
I forgot how the beat go. I messed it all up. All right, y'all. I'm gonna throw the new link in the Discord. Take a drink of this water and start this new one, and then yeah, we can do. I guess who was the first? This about to be. What was the? Are we gonna use some of the questions we already asked? Or are we gonna start fresh and new?
We can start from some fresh ones and new ones, and still take the clips from the ones that we just asked and bunch it together with the what we about to do.
Cause this about to be fun. I gotta roll up for this. Cause D class said you ain't even high enough yet. Nigga, ain't Jesus the one that died on the cross? Done with D class, bro. All right, y'all. This is the News You Can Use podcast. Yes. C-Rod Show. Let's go.
See
Episode 1.